And now you'll be trying to figure that out during the sermon. While we talk about going to a parade, on one side of town, the soldiers came marching in. The people, many, most, or perhaps even all of them, either paid to show up or threatened into being there, lined the streets and cheered wildly as the soldiers marched in with authority. They were the heroes. They were the winners. They were the conquerors. They brought a violent peace to all who lived in the lands that they occupied. They came to town on war horses. Everyone that attended this parade had better cheer or risk prison, injury, or even death. On the other side of town, there was another scene. There were less people gathered, but it was still a large crowd. These were the rebels. Perhaps they were gathering for their annual anti-Roman authority parade parody. Perhaps this was a new protest event dreamed up by someone who really, really wanted to cause himself trouble. Jesus came into town not on a war horse, but on a donkey and a colt, the foal of a donkey. Have you ever caught this description in Matthew 21, 1 through 11 about the donkey and then the colt? It's actually kind of a mistake. Jesus wasn't riding two animals. That would be too difficult to do. He was riding a donkey colt. The writer of Matthew took Zechariah 9:9 beyond literally. The Zechariah verse didn't describe two animals, but the writer of Matthew either thought it did or made sure that he wrote an account of Jesus' entry into town, that he really was convincing readers that this event was really, really true. Jesus came into town on a donkey colt. He was peaceful, he was kind, and he seemed to bring in not a hero's violent peace, but rather something real. The people shouted, spread cloaks and branches on the road, and praised the one riding in on the other side of town. And the people were confused. Many wondered, wait, this isn't the same parade as the other side of town. There's no crowd of soldiers. Many wondered why everyone was cheering. They cheered and also asked, from the Bible reading today, who is this? The crowd around Jesus said that he was the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee. And so begins the week leading up to Jesus' death. I think a whole bunch of people still had no idea what they saw, because the crowd asked, who is this? People at the Parade of Losers may have said, we're protesting and making a mockery of what the Romans are doing on the other side of town. We've got everyone who is the exact opposite of powerful here. The poor are marching, the outcasts are marching. But who is this dude on a donkey? The people don't seem to be mocking him at all. They're cheering him. It seems as though he's more than a parody. Who is this that is upsetting our festival of losers? Is he a spy from the other side? Is he the biggest loser of all? Who is this? And then some people might have caught wind of what was happening on the other side of town, and they might have said, someone should round up every last one of them and put them in prison. They don't belong here. They're a drain on society. I'd be surprised if they're from Jerusalem at all. They're probably drug dealers and rapists. I'm sure they snuck into town. They're making a mockery of the way we do things. We need to show them who's in charge. It's time for law and order to come back. We need to do what we do because we have the power. And who's this one in the center of the attention? The one on the donkey seems to be getting the most cheers. They're welcoming him as they were supposed to welcome the soldiers. How dare he come into town as a hero of peace? We are the heroes of peace. How dare he try to legitimize the mockery that others are involved in? Who is this? He's trouble. He needs to get stopped before it gets worse. Others may have added, that one on the donkey, he's riding as if he's some kind of promised Messiah. The religious leaders haven't approved any messiahs coming into town. This is going to cause more trouble than we can handle. We have to repudiate him right now. Why should we work with, who should we work with to get rid of this so-called Messiah? Let's embrace the Romans so that they can protect our religious liberty. Who is this? Jesus must go. Some things that may have happened there, and still today, we ask, who is this? Is Jesus still the anti-hero, the one who comes not with power and authority, but with a just peace and humility? Or have we decided that Jesus is here to wag an accusing finger at the outcast? Is Jesus still the dangerous one who challenges the status quo? Or is he the one that brings more trouble than the church can handle? Or have we decided to tame Jesus into the one who just reminds us not to use foul language, not to run in church, and never to question religious authority? Whose death and resurrection are we getting ready to remember and to celebrate? Jesus, who is this? Asks everyone in the crowd. Amen.